Recording is on.
And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I am your host Ray. With me as always, we have Fada.
We really had niggas out here hoarding gas.
Yo, let's talk about it, man. Let's get right into it. If anybody else joined, they joined. So right now it's just me and Father. So Father, let's talk about it, man. Like last year, it was toilet paper. This year, it's gas. It might be chicken because I'm pretty sure people's gonna start hoarding chicken too. How do you feel about society just going with what the media is just saying?
What the media? You said what the media was saying?
Yeah, like it seems like it's like whatever the media says. Like when they say it's a shortage, it's like people just in a panic. How do you feel? Like how do you feel? Like how do you feel?
I feel like I just witnessed the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life. Bro, all them niggas said was, yo, okay, they Russian hackers, they wanted ransom, I guess, and they hacked one of the pipelines or whatever, so the operations was paused. Then these niggas never said the gas went anywhere. These niggas never said the gas was never coming back. They just said there's a temporary pause because our shit got hacked. So while we're investigating the issue and shit like that, it's gonna be a delay for the gas that we're supposed to send. And for some reason, that enabled niggas to just fucking panic the fuck and get some bags or whatever and hoard gas so everybody can't have them. And these motherfuckers want me to go get a fucking license so I can start driving. I don't want to drive with these people. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
Yo, you know what it remind me of? And this is weird. The fishes from SpongeBob. Like every time when they hear something catastrophic, they just start running around and panicking and shit. That's what it just
Literally.
like. It seems like every time when this shit happens, like people just start panicking. It's like, what do we do? And like you got people fighting and all that other stuff. It's like, yo, or you don't even have to like do anything out of the ordinary and all that other stuff. Like he said, it was only temporary, so why you like tripping?
I just don't understand, bro. They do this with toilet paper. Every single time something happens, niggas want to panic.
You know, the sad part is this was also happening with I'm not gonna say chicken shortage, but it's just like I'm seeing videos of niggas just literally like having like buckets of gas and,
For no reason.
for no reason.
Like they
And
don't know gas goes stale.
no, I don't think people knows that. I really don't. Is but anyway, any last words on this before we move on to our next topic?
Just calm the fuck down before you do anything, please. Because that shit was just unnecessary.
And speaking of also some society stuff, they're finally for those have been vaccinated, you are finally be able to go indoors without wearing a mask. Uh, have you you said you've gotten your shots just to get it out the way. So
Literally just to get it out the way. I couldn't fucking care less about the vaccine, honestly.
let's see. How do you feel that you don't have to wear a mask anymore indoors?
I'm still gonna wear a mask because I don't trust these motherfuckers. Bro, like the pandemic started and people just thought, oh, it's gonna be a good time, went to a party. You saw the shit. You saw the shit.
Yeah.
So, like, bro, the reason, like, it's part of the reason why we have, like, the most deaths out of everyone because we're fucking stubbornly bullheaded. We're bullheaded as fuck. We think everything's a fucking joke. Motherfuckers are out there talking about, I'm not wearing a mask because the pandemic isn't real. Stupid ass motherfuckers, man. I'm sorry, I got a potty mouth tonight. You just, like, people are dumb. And when people are dumb, like, it just make you want to cuss.
It, I don't look. I haven't gotten vaccinated yet. Obviously, I still don't trust it. I know a lot of people want to go outside and like if anything, like to me, BlurCon's coming up, and it's like I probably should get vaccinated. I know a couple of my people's gotten vaccinated, and like, but it's just that, like we done said, it's just I still don't trust it. Like if Johnson, which I don't know why they aren't getting into the whole vaccination business because they're a baby powder and their shit getting sued. It's some of it, like some of this shit is really weird, and I know some people is like died from the stuff and the side effects. I know Johnson had their blood clot problem, and you could still catch COVID, and I think that's the weirdest part about the vaccine. Like you could still catch it, but and then you might have to do it again for like another 6 months. So depending on which shot you get. So it's just I don't know if it's like you want to fully trust it or not. But it's just that I know some people are just getting it out the way, and But I guess if angry people who always complain about wearing a mask, I guess it's good for them. But I just hope that they're still clean. I guess Dion is in the building. Yo, how you doing, Dion?
My bad, I was muted. What did I miss?
Uh, we just kind of started, so you ain't really missed much. Uh,
Okay.
we was talking about the gas shortage, and then like the CDC uplifting like people who are vaccinated to wear a mask indoors. So,
Oh,
how you feel
yeah.
about that?
I mean, it's a step forward. You know, everyone's waiting for this COVID thing to finally be over and done with. Um, I'll just be happy to not have to wear a mask every goddamn where personally, especially you know me having to wear a mask all the time at goddamn work. It's it's starting to get warm. It's just once it starts getting hot, getting towards the summer and everything, having a mask on is going to get annoying. You know, my face is already gets sweaty. So
Well, that's one way to see it. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
I'm still wearing a mask. Fuck them
All right.
niggas.
It's some wrestling news. I don't know. Have y'all heard about the news about Bray Wyatt being off TV?
Yep, I heard.
Okay, for those that don't know, and I'm reading this, according to the Dirty Sheets Patreon page, Wyatt asked for some time off as he's dealing with mental health issues. Wyatt is coping with the death of his close friend John Huber, aka Luke Harper, Brody Lee, who passed away in December 2020 due to idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. While Wyatt was written off WWE TV before he was deaf, Huber's pending fate was known mainly by his close friends several weeks in advance. So basically, Bray Wyatt is going through some mental. He's still not mentally there because of his close friend John Huber, and I want to ask gentlemen, how do you feel about that? And have you ever been in a situation like this where like you're just mentally drained or you're just not mentally there?
Yeah, it's called working out Walmart. But um,
man, that describes most of my life early like 2010s, just mentally just being out of it.
but with Bray Wyatt, like now his is completely understandable because like he came up with him. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that man is Luke Harper. And for years and years and years, he consistently been putting in work. He's had very, very good matches in WWE. Then he went to AEW, and he became literally the TNT World Champion and like the leader of one of like their major stables. Like I feel like everything he did was good. You know what I'm saying? Even when he was a Bludgeon Brother, like he played that shit and he had good matches and he became a tag team champion. So like that shit hurt when he passed away. So I want Bray Wyatt like grieve as long as you need to, bro. Don't be in no rush. Like grieve, bro. That shit hurt. It always hurts seeing like wrestlers die like that.
Not just that, but it also just losing someone you're close to sucks. a friend, a family member, whatever, you know, losing someone you're close to, that shit sucks.
Yeah,
I've
I feel the same way. The only thing I'm worried about is how long are they going to give him? Because obviously, this has this history. Like anytime where like a wrestler, not just and I'm not putting this on Bray Wyatt, but when they're going through some mental stuff or they end up offing themselves or something like that, it seems like Vince doesn't really give a fuck. Now he may like give his condolences, but I don't know. It's like his actions speak more than his words to me. So and to me, Bray Wyatt, like I said, a spectacular talent, and so was Brody Lee, like a very spectacular talent, which I feel like WWE definitely dropped the ball on. And I think anybody that's a wrestling fan can agree to that. So it's just one of those things where I'm looking at it like I hope they give him time to grieve and heal and all that stuff. And now I know uh Sasha Banks. They gave Sasha Banks some time, but that was the first time I've ever heard about that. But even then, I don't even know like if they was even cool with that. Even though she definitely needed it, and because anybody knows wrestling, wrestling is not an easy job to do. You work damn near 300 days a year, and it's very consistent, and you're on the road all the time. So I just pray for the best for Bray Wyatt. I hope he gets there. I hope he's gets to where he mentally is, so he can come back and do what he does. But like Father says, take all the time you need. Take all the time to grieve. Any last word on this, so we can move on to our next topic?
R.I.P. John Hubert.
R.I.P. John Hubert, indeed. Gentlemen, any one of y'all watch the Joe Budden podcast? Do y'all watch the Joe Budden podcast?
Hell no.
Do you know at least
I've
what's going on
heard
with it?
stuff.
Yes, I
I've
read.
caught snippets of it, but like never like I watched it. Watched it. I've heard like snippets of certain stuff, depending on like topic of discussion, what was said, blah blah blah. If it was something important.
Okay, so do you know like them Joe Budden firing Maul, Rory and Maul on air and all that other stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um obviously y'all don't it seems like you watch a little bit of it. Father, you don't really watch much about it, but it does I think the reason why I bring this up because it does have a particular narrative, and the narrative is um br- uh bringing up a business with your friendship. Do you feel like sometimes going in business with your friends hurt people? Like I want to know your opinion on it. Do you think it really hurts friendships if you go into business with people?
Only if,
Yes,
I mean, not all the time.
not
It only,
always, but in most cases, yes.
but I feel like that's only the reason, but not for what people really think it is. I don't think it's the business itself. I think the business just brings it out of people. Like the business is just a medium for people to like figure out things of themselves. Like if you open a business and with your friend, but your friend isn't really business minded, or your friend like fucks up a lot, or like you feel like your friend isn't pulling their weight, I don't feel like that's a business issue. I feel like that's a them issue.
What you what you think, Dion?
Hold on for one. All right, sorry about that. Baby girl's being fussy, fighting sleep. But to answer your question in regards to just the whole thing of friends and business and things like that. Again, not in every scenario, but in most cases, it could become an issue. There's just a lot of things to consider. One big thing is, okay, you're you're supposed to be working with your so-called homeboy or whatever, they're going to be a lot of times they're going to expect some kind of favoritism or whatever from one. You know, they're going to expect a little bit of extra pay. They're going to expect you to be, a little more lenient towards them when it comes to certain stuff. But at the same time, baby girl, I'm talking to somebody. You can't be doing this. It becomes a detriment just for the simple fact of, okay, this is a business. You know, this is a business situation. It's a work situation. We're trying to make money. I can't cut corners for you just because we boys, we went to school together. You're related to so and so. You're married to so and so. Whatever the case may be. I can't cut corners for you in that regard. This just again, just me speaking, just how I would handle a scenario like that. I can't take shortcuts for you. I can't show favoritism. I'm trying to make money. I have things I need to do. You know, it's not, and it's not fair to other people I might have under me, working for me, working with me, whatever. If I do certain things for you and not for them, it you know that friendship aspect has to be put aside at some point or another, and it's either going to hurt the friendship or hurt the business. Sometimes it can hurt both simply because you don't know what an individual might do or say, when you're not fucking around. You know, you don't always know what's going on behind your back. So it's like if you're gonna involve, a relationship of that nature in your business, there's nothing wrong with you helping your people out, helping a friend out. Is just be cautious. You got to know who you're dealing with. You got to know, what kind of work ethic this person has. You got to know if they're even capable of, like, performing whatever job you're trying to give them in the first place. It's a lot to think about when you talk about things of that nature.
I, I would say this. I think in hindsight, you kind of want to get money with your friends, especially the people that grew up with you, like you grinded with and all that other stuff. And like you want to be on top, and then you want to help your peoples out too. I think that's natural. Like you want to have the people that's close to you. But I always say, like sometimes, like they might be the most jealous depending on your if you know your friends very well, they might be the ones who are jealous. And sometimes, like if you want to start a business together, you got to understand like they have to be just as passionate as you. Because if you're the one doing all the work and they're not doing half of what you do, sometimes you might have to let them go. And sometimes a friendship is not worth business, especially like um, they say like business is business, and like any nothing personal is just business. Sometimes you do want to put your people up, but if they're not pulling their weight, it's like like even though it's your boy, you do. I feel like as the business wise, you do got to let them go. For what I think about what Joe did, like firing on there, I think it was kind of messy.
If I may,
Go ahead.
I read something about it, but I didn't. I don't know details about that situation with Joe Button and his boy. So can you elaborate on that?
Okay, all right. Because it really goes back to like maybe a month or two ago, where like they took some time off, and like even before that, like um, I think I remember this one scene where it's like they was talking about if you 40 and would you fight your friends, and they was talking like nah, it's like a couple of them was talking about nah, and then Roy was like um who says we're friends and all that other stuff. Like some stick, and they said that on air. It's like slick stuff like that, and like for some time. And I don't know, you know how men we kind of like clown each other, but I think it got to a point where like Roy is like he was looking at him like I want to shoot the fade with him, and this is what I'm saying, right? So like Joe Budden's like, hey, take some time off, and then I guess like it got to Maul, and then they had some words with that. Now they it was supposed to be water under the bridge. But I don't know if you've seen the episode "Clear the Air." They talk about the situation, and from that point, I will advise you if you're going to watch it, watch the episode. You can tell like some stuff comes out that it just like shot. It's just like wow, he's really like this, and you can tell like is this like a business thing or is this like a personal friends thing? Because obviously Joe Button he has his own network, he's podcast, he's trying to be independent now and all that other stuff. And so like when they had the replacements for Rory and Mal, people was actually liking them. So after a while, after that episode I told you to watch, this the whole clear the air thing, you could tell the vibe isn't there no more. And then like on air, he fired Rory, and I think he fired Maul too. And then he threatened to sue them as well. So it's like that's basically everything that happened.
See, it's times and places to do and say certain shit, it's just okay. Whatever was going on, was this a situation between Rory and Maul that came up?
Yeah,
Them
different
Rory,
folks, different strokes.
Because it's like that could have been handled. That should have been. It should have been handled off air. It shouldn't have been brought
it
to
was
the
mostly
forefront for
Joe.
the
It was
world to
mostly
see.
Joe and Rory, and Maul was like if you my boys, I'm rocking with you. But
I
like
mean, regardless of who was between, handle that shit off air. The world don't need to know y'all personal business like that.
I don't even think they should have like did that episode clear the air. It was like
Right?
I
They
feel
should.
like
They
it's like we
shouldn't have.
talked it out, we hashed it
Deal with
out.
that. Deal with that shit. Away from the podcast, off camera, whatever, whatever. No.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it made good content, but at the same time, it's just like
Yeah,
yeah,
but again, certain things the world don't need to see and hear.
some people are just messy like that. Why you think reality television is so fake? It's like why
But
you think
but
that's
again, see, you're talking to someone who doesn't care for reality TV.
I mean, that happened. I mean, that happened. So I understand you like you don't watch TV, but that happened on like YouTube. So
Like
that's
I do
technically.
watch TV, I just don't care for like reality shows like Love and Hip Hop and Real World and all that other bullshit.
I
Hey,
don't
people
either, but I don't
Love it.
either. I don't either, but I know why they're popular. Like people like the drama.
Right.
I like the
That's it.
drama.
That's all. Like
Like like Father knows, I don't like Bad Girls Club because there's no reason that for 5 minutes you already scrapping. And I understand like the
it.
show is
See,
entertaining, but
it just enforces the stereotype of all women hate each other.
they do
Reinforces the stereotype. Oh my
Re- reinforce and they do. I,
It's facts though. You can't even be mad at me for saying that. Like it's
I
facts.
mean, I mean, I don't care. I mean, but the thing is, I don't really feel like whether it's facts or not is relevant. I just feel like it's a show and that's what it is. It's called Bad Girls Club. What the fuck you want these girls to do? The show told you what it is.
But
I
then,
mean, at the beginning
see,
though, they was.
here's the
It
thing I
seems like
always
okay,
found
this is
funny about Bad Girls Club. So here's the thing: people pretty much watch the show just for the sake of seeing these bitches fight. Yet at the same time, the first time they get into any type of physical altercation, they kick the bitches out. They send them home, and it's just and it's
Because a
just like
lot of them go too
it's
far.
it's it's ironic to me. It's like this is the reason people watch the show, and you're punishing them for the main reason that people come to watch this program in the fucking first
But
place.
it was never encouraged for them to fight in the first place. That's the thing.
It might not have been encouraged, but that's what motherfuckers want to see.
you broke up a little bit, Dion. Say it again.
No, I was saying it might not have been encouraged by the people running the show or whatever, but that is what the people want to see.
And they just find the shit too.
I'm not saying
They
it's
are
right,
fine as
wrong,
shit.
whatever, but
They fine as shit. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the girls in there are fine. But
There's a particular one that I like.
shoot, it's a few of them that are like, okay.
But I don't know. I would like. I don't think that's the stupidest reality show that I watch. I still think Black is the dumbest reality.
Black
It's
Ink.
no, yeah, because it's a tattoo parlor and no one does tattoos. it's, it's like I don't know. Like I watch some of the white reality shows and like I don't want to make it a race thing, but it seems like when there's shows about like tattoos or whatever, it's mostly about the tattoos. Or if there's like a West Coast Customs, I think they had a reality show, or Pit My Ride. They actually do stuff whereas it has to deal with the car. That's that doing no side drama. It's just like when you think about how to run a tattoo business. I was wondering, how do you run a
Yeah,
tattoo
but I
business?
mean, it's just funny that you mentioned Tip
Look,
My
I even
Ride.
understand dramas. I even understand drama sells, but it's just like at some point it's just like you look at it stupid. I think, in my opinion, I think Mona Scott Young is is a detriment to black women than any man has ever done.
Who?
Mona Scott Young, she produces Love and Hip Hop, all the Love and Hip Hop.
Oh,
The same way I don't want to bring him up. I don't want to bring him up. But the same way who, and y'all have a problem with who, and the whole black stereotype thing is the same way I feel about Mona Scott Young when it comes to reality TV. I'll just say that.
you know what? I know who you're talking about. I'm not gonna say the name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, because we for like 3 weeks in a row we had that same conversation. I'm not going to go down that road again. So
I, but just I know who you're referring to, and I feel where you're coming from, and I would just leave it at that.
all right. So any last words before we move on to our final topic?
No.
Okay. And this is a quick one. Are y'all excited about J. Cole's album coming out tomorrow?
No.
I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, he hasn't had a bad one yet, in my opinion. I just, did y'all watch the freestyle that he did that I shared on the group chat that I found the YouTube clip of?
No.
Did y'all?
I did.
Y'all should have. It was actually really good.
I did. I, I like J. I mean, I like J. Cole. So J. Cole, and plus I'm a for my channel, and then for the reviews, I'm going to review it. So I'm basically going to get there. So, but
Yeah, I like his music too. I don't think he's a bad rapper or musician at all. I just don't get the hype that he gets all the time.
my man goes platinum with no features. That's it. That's the
I mean, that's cool, and that's cool, but like, I don't know. I just feel like his fans are too loud for the type of person that J. Cole is. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like, yo, this dude be chilling. He be making his music. The music is good. The music is quality. Why can't it just be that? No, he went platinum with no features, so you gonna give him his respect. I'm like, I ain't shit. Damn.
Isn't that
It's
most
a,
of the fan bases? Like,
I was about to say,
The
there's a
respect all
lot
of
of
a sudden
artists
is
like
not
that
enough.
where their fans are just fucking obnoxious, and it's so it's bad when
J. Cole fans
a
is not
certain
like that
fans go,
obnoxious though. But I mean,
yeah,
you
but
do
no,
hear
there's
the
certain individuals who is just like these obnoxious fucks that you call that are like your fans and who are like shouting your names from the mountaintops and from the rooftops and shit. They make me not want to listen to your shit simply because them doing all this crazy shit. Not to mention, vast majority of these rappers, these days who people go crazy over, they are not worth the hype they get. They're just not. I don't understand how some motherfuckers are so into Lil Yachty. He's not good.
That's your
I
opinion.
will say that with a straight face. I will say that dead ass in front of anybody. We can fight about it if you want. Little Yachty is trash.
That's an opinion.
Same thing. Same thing with Young Thug. Young Thug is garbage. I don't see how people are so into him. Fucking
who
what's
is
his
gone.
face? NBA Young Boy.
Young
Like
Thug.
a lot of these guys. No. I listen to these motherfuckers who people just be wilding over, and I'm just like, no.
Congratulations, Dion. You are officially an old head.
Oh no. Fuck no. Oh God.
I mean, it is what it is.
Oh my God. Why is it always me, Ray?
It is always you. It's just,
Always you what?
This is what I get for listening to people. I'm a listener. That's all I
hey man, we all listening. So I,
am. But anyway, back to the topic of J. Cole and this album. Um, I liked his last album. I thought his last album was good. Um, I feel like this album is gonna be good too, and I also feel like J. Cole for like the type of rapper that he is, it's gonna be a whole lot of other content from the other dudes do from Dreamville. Like I know they probably got some fire too now that J. Cole's dropping.
So you have been shining and not shining. So I'm gonna play one.
I hope it's good. But I had a hot take like a while ago, and it made a bunch of J Cole's fans mad on my Facebook page. When I said I think Tyler the Creator is a better lyricist than J Cole, them niggas went nuts. so, so
I heard
that was my
some of. I don't know Tyler the Creator or his music all that well, admittedly, and I don't know him as well as I know J Cole's shit. So it's just like I gotta like go back and like actually like listen to Tyler the Creator. I would listen to like whatever I can catch of him, but like I haven't listened to him in detail like I have J Cole.
All right. So let me give you the same talk I give to anybody else that listens to Tyler Creator, especially his old shit. One, he has definitely grown from what he's talked about from his old shit, and two, if you get past the stupid shit he talks about, like the rape and like immature little shit that he did when he was fucking 18, then it is super lyrical. And he's actually really fucking talented. So there's a reason why he won a Grammy. He's actually a talented brother. So if you
Oh
go
yeah,
back to his
oh
old
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
listen
Like
to y'all. Just start with y'all.
the bits I've heard of Tyler the Creator, I'm like, oh yeah, this is fire. It's just I never took time to like listen to every little thing he has. I
You
know
don't.
most of J. Cole's discography,
You don't
but
need.
like I don't know Tyler the Creator as thoroughly as I know J. Cole.
Look,
Do it.
just listen to yeah, just listen to Wolf. Wolf is really good. You would like.
I
I think you would like Wolf. So, any last words before we move on to our final thoughts?
J. Cole, drop it, nigga.
J. Cole about to go platinum with no features. Jermaine
Again.
Cole again. Jermaine Cole, Young Silver. All right, we're gonna do our final thoughts, and we're gonna start with Dion.
final thoughts. Final thoughts. Um, man, I'm gonna just ask a question. Just man, how's everyone doing? We're nearing the halfway point of the year, so it's just like you know, how's everyone doing so far? Because
My birth, my
2021 has
birthday, my
been
birthday is in a month, so I'm doing fine.
okay. It's just 2021 has been weird. More so than 2020. If I do say so myself, 2021 has just been weird.
I, I still think
Not even all that bad as opposed to all the fuckery that was 2020. Just 2021 is just weird.
I still think 2020 was worse, and I caught COVID in 2021, and it's still. I still think 2020 was a worse year. And, but I mean, you are entitled to your opinion, so it's just like
Like
if
I
you
said,
think
2021, like I said, not even all that bad at compared to the fucking fuck show that was 2020. 2020 was just a pure shit show. 2021, like I said, this year is just weird. Just fucking weird. Like, we can all universally agree that 2020 was just throw that whole year away.
2020 or 2021.
2020, just throw 2020 away.
Oh yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
Um, Father is on you.
Bro, I have to have a. I'm gonna go on a mini rant real quick, and my mini rant is the motherfucking AEW because I don't appreciate the shit they did on Wednesday. Them motherfuckers had the Young Bucks recreate one of the most emotional scenes of wrestling: Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 24, I believe it was, where he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I love you," touched our heart strings, you know what I'm saying? Because Ric Flair's a legend. We want to see that man go, and they fucking tried to parody that shit in AEW. I don't appreciate that. I just want to let that be known. And I love AEW. I think AEW is actually a pretty decent company. I think the wrestling is pretty good. But right now they're going on a downward spiral, and I don't like it because they are so much better than the shit that they're doing. I don't want
Since
to
you
hear.
talk, since you talk about wrestling, I'm sorry. I do want to bring this up. You know how Booker T had his documentary, and they
Yeah.
excluded the whole WrestleMania. I think it was 19, the match
Yeah.
versus him and Triple H, and the whole someone like you doesn't deserve. Like, like, did y'all ever find? I feel like that whole thing, it was supposed to be racist on purpose, but I felt like Triple H was never supposed to go over. It's like, how do y'all ever felt about that match or that feud in general?
Triple H and Booker T.
Yeah,
I mean, didn't it have that whole little racist element to it too?
it did, and
Yeah,
that's
he,
what I
he
was
he
talking
just
about.
he just yeah.
But they actually never put that on air, and I thought they was going to talk about it, that Booker T documentary, but they never did. And I've
Yeah.
heard,
I
I've
know why
heard
they.
there's film about it, but it just never made it on air.
They'll
I
probably be
mean,
because look at the times that we in right now. So
You're right.
right.
You're right. But I maybe it's just me. I felt like that was supposed to be racist. Like I don't. I feel like it was supposed to be racist on purpose, but I don't know who pulled the trigger to make Triple H go over on that match. And I felt like they made that they tried to make it up with the whole Kofi Kingston thing, like years later, and maybe with the two black women in WrestleMania, maybe. And this is just I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong, but I feel like I don't know. To this day, I feel like Booker T should have gone over the way they was telling that story.
Yeah,
But go ahead,
it's
father.
been
Go ahead,
established.
father.
My bad. Go ahead.
My
I
bad. Go there. Go there.
No, I was gonna say it's been established that WWE works in bizarre ways. So
I have to disagree
this
with this statement. I don't think it's bizarre. I just think it's very, 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 very corporate. They're just corporate as fuck.
yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with father on that one.
right. Can't deny that. Cannot deny that. It's
But
the
go ahead,
gift, the
father.
gift
Finish
and the
what you were
curse of
saying.
being literally pretty much the biggest wrestling company out there. you know, it's the gift and the curse. That corporate side is what's kept them alive for so long, but it's hurt them in several ways and on several occasions.
Mm. Right. Go ahead, Father. Go ahead.
That was it for me. I just didn't appreciate what AEW did, but I'ma still watch.
Uh,
I started
oh,
from the beginning. I'ma stay till the end.
by the way, I could see the crash pad when Chris Jericho fell through. It's like when you can see the crash.
Man, what is? Oh, like they're so good, but they just do dumb shit,
And they still need to fix their women's division.
bro. The women's division is so lackluster. But I do
It's
think they have
sad
the best tag
when
team division though. AEW,
you have the
I
what?
think they have the best tag division.
Oh, without question.
See,
Without question.
WWE has excellent tag teams and just is not doing anything with them.
Well, at least Raw isn't doing anything with them. SmackDown's at least trying.
That, yeah, trying and not even really succeeding.
I disagree. They got the Street Profits. Street
Uh,
Profits and Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, they've been having some classics.
Yeah. I
Not
was
only
about to
that,
say,
yeah,
did you see the
yeah.
frog
I'm hoping.
splash?
I'm
and not only
hoping
that,
that. I'm hoping that something changes big time now that both the Usos are in action again.
nah, but it's just not only that though, because Rey Mysterio and his son, Rey Mysterio's actually been wrestling his ass off. He's been having some good matches too.
Oh yeah, I mean, his son's with him. Of course, he gonna show his ass. But
I think that's what he
Rey
needed. I think
Mysterio.
that's what some of those tag teams needed.
Oh
They
yeah,
just
some. Oh
not like
yeah,
Raw
motivation
don't
goes
want
a
to give
long
it to him
motherfucking
though.
way. We're not
WWE
gonna
don't give it to
deny
him.
that.
That'd be the how it's good.
And also having. Can we? Okay, I know we already went over my final thought, but WrestleMania Backlash is coming up. Can we talk predictions for these matches? Can we look at that card?
So think
No,
about it.
no,
It'd be the
no,
first. That'd be the first one to build the win.
no.
Wait, is Backlash this week?
It's this coming Sunday.
I I I don't even. I'm gonna be honest with you, Dion. I don't care enough. I'm
I
gonna
don't
watch
care
it.
enough. Let me just watch it,
I don't
please.
care enough to make a decision.
I don't want to talk about predictions.
The fact that they're calling it WrestleMania Backlash, it kind of irks me.
Oh, same here. I'm gonna watch it. Even still, the only thing I'm gonna say is this.
Charlotte better not win.
Hold on. The only thing I'm gonna say is this. They've been
Charlotte's gonna win.
clamoring. I don't even care about that match because of what you just said. I know they're gonna get that to Charlotte. I don't even care about that women's title match. I don't care. I'm concerned about two matches on that whole card. The triple threat match between Lashley, Strowman, and McIntyre, and the tag team title match between the Mysterios and Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Primarily the tag team title match. I got Mysterio and his son winning that match. They've been clamoring too much about potential, first other father son tag team champions and blah 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 for them not to give that to the Mysterios. Rey Mysterio and his son are going to win that match.
Yes, they are.
And then they're gonna lose it to the Usos.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. At least give them like too much with the titles. Don't make it happen like immediately after. That's all I ask. Because the Usos aren't going to get the tag team titles back. I know that for a fact. At least give Rey Mysterio and his son a good 2 months to bask in holding the tag team titles as father and son. Give them 2 months.
Okay, right, all right,
All right.
That's all the fuck I ask.
all right.
Her.
You good? We heard you. That's
Damn.
I know I'm asking for a lot, but
no. The sad part is you're not, but it's still not going to happen. You're not asking for a lot, actually.
The way
That's
the
probably the bare
WWE,
minimum. That's probably the bare minimum what you're asking.
no. Let's be real. The way WWE's been treating their champions lately, I'm asking for a lot. I know I'm asking for a lot.
Look, if for some reason Rhea Ripley is not really getting really pushed, they're pushing Charlotte more than they're pushing Rhea Ripley. So that's saying one thing. So we already know that's where that's going. And like I said, the Mysterios are going. They're not even like, even though Dolph Ziggler, the Dirty Dogs, and Street Profits been doing their thing, they're gonna listen to the Mysterios, and then
Because this is pretty much with the SmackDown like tag team titles. This is pretty much the sequence I see happening. The Dirty Dogs are going to lose it to the Mysterios. The Mysterios are going to lose it to the Usos. The Usos are going to lose it to the Street Profits. That's the sequence I see happening.
Really?
by the way, are Otis and Chad Gable faces or heels?
Heels. They're heels.
Okay,
Does it matter?
Yeah.
because Otis still kind of gives me face vibes. He doesn't give me heel vibes.
You see, I'm glad I'm not the only one. And since they broke up Heavy Machinery, it's just like it's weird seeing them together, even though it's been a while. But at the same time, it's just Otis is going to be Otis. There's just something about that man's personality, regardless of what role you try to put him as. There's something about that man's personality that just you can't do anything about it.
So why they kept him? Because Tucker was boring.
I disagree.
I mean,
I disagree.
what? Wait, what my girl just said? She's listening in.
That Tucker was boring. I disagree.
Tucker wasn't boring. Here's the thing: Tucker wasn't flat out boring. It's just they shouldn't have split them up as a team. First of all, and second, just I blame everything that happened with Tucker. I blame on the creative team. I don't blame Tucker himself. I blame that on the creative writers at WWE. Just splitting up Heavy Machinery, which I thought was a stupid move. And then if you're going to split them up as a team, have some sort of plan for both wrestlers. They clearly had no clear path, direction, or whatever for Tucker.
Yes, it did.
What, to the unemployment line? Because that's where the fuck he's at. Breaking up Heavy Machinery was a stupid move.
It was.
The tandem of him and Chad Gable, I think that was more or less for whatever reason it protects Chad Gable just because he wasn't getting anywhere like that as a singles competitor.
Because they changed his name to Shorty G.
And then they changed it back to Gable.
Yeah. And then they hooked him up with Otis.
Again, this is just a short person in me speaking, so it is what it is. I liked the Shorty G gimmick.
You are.
They could have ran with they could have ran
No
with
one
that,
liked the Shorty
but
G gimmick.
Shorty G didn't like the Shorty G gimmick.
It worked to an extent. It's just they
How the fuck did it work?
It's just one of those things. It wasn't horrible. It's just they could have done more with it. They could have capitalized on it. You're supposed to be painting him as this, underdog turned megastar with the whole Shorty G thing.
He was already that before he changed his name to Shorty G.
Yes, but now you're emphasizing it by having him take on this Shorty G moniker. You're emphasizing it now.
No.
They could have done something more with that.
No.
What are you talking about, yo?
No. Crash Harley I'm sorry, Chris Holly, the hardcore champion, had a better gimmick than Shorty G. And his whole gimmick was the Napoleon complex. What are you talking about?
They could have morphed it into that.
No, they couldn't have. Are you kidding me?
It
What do you?
it would have worked. That would have worked.
It would not have
It
worked.
would not have worked.
Bro, Chad Gable is a fucking Olympian. That man wrestles. That man is a wrestler's wrestler. Him and Drew Gulak and them motherfuckers, them Daniel Bryan technical wrestling gods motherfuckers, and you're gonna reduce them to a fucking Shorty G? Are you kidding me? Think about what you just said for a second.
I still think say what you want, but I feel like they could have done something with
What
in
was
that
it?
room. They
May
could have
I
done
ask you,
something in
what
that
was
room.
it about the gimmick that you liked?
Again, just me as a smaller guy, I resonated with that shit. You know, I know what it's like being underestimated because of your fucking size. People
And
think you can't do shit until you know.
Go ahead.
no, I'm saying, and your favorite wrestler should be Rey Mysterio, right?
Or Daniel Bryan.
They are some of my favorite wrestlers. Yes, I'm not going to deny that.
But it took this man to go through one of the worst gimmicks ever created for you to resonate with him.
Again, that hit on a personal level for me. Okay,
I guess.
But there were so many better stories. Daniel Bryan B plus, a B plus. That's a better story, and it had a better
I resonated
outcome.
with that shit too.
Rey Mysterio winning the Royal Rumble. That's at going in at what, number one or number
Yeah.
two?
He was
Ooh,
two.
number
He
one.
started at no. You're right. That was one. Who was it that came in? Well, he still started. Then came in as like spot number two and pretty much ran the gauntlet. Someone came in second and just ran the whole thing.
It was AJ Styles, I think.
Edge.
Oh no, it was Edge. You're right.
It was Edge and Randy
But I do
Orton.
remember AJ Styles started really early on 1-2.
3, and that was his debut.
Yeah. You're right.
That's
Yeah,
that's the one where
he
you
almost
marked out
he
so
almost
hard
won
your
that
laptop
motherfucker, didn't he?
disconnected.
Oh my god. Nah, that
Didn't
shit
he?
got me. That was
No,
one of the
when
best
AJ debuted in that Royal Rumble, didn't he almost win that bitch? Like he was one
No,
of like the last few people there.
No.
Shit, who?
You're probably thinking of the one next to when like he was using his boys to like throw people over and shit. Well, he was close to winning on that one.
Ah, okay. When he still had Gallows and Anderson with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember now. Yeah. I was saying it was one where I know Agent almost took the Rumble. Shit, I wonder who's gonna win next year's Royal Rumble.
Let's not.
You got, it's
Oh,
just
wait.
not. It's just
I'm good.
y'all just got me thinking about shit. But just
I'm good.
you ain't gotta answer that. You ain't gotta answer that. You ain't gotta answer
Let's just wait till the time comes.
that. Yeah,
Insane.
that question. That's me thinking out loud. Don't answer. Don't bother
Like
answering that. Just forget I said anything.
Money in the bank is next month, and I'm pretty sure. I don't
Okay,
even know who's
I need to know who's in that match. I need to know who's going to be in that match when the time comes. And I
we will
know they're going
find
to
out
start
at
setting
the
up for that
backlash.
immediately after Backlash. I know they're going to start setting up for that.
Yeah, we'll find out at the backlash. And tell you the truth, I want that to be like pre-recorded because I think last year I don't know. I know they're trying to go
Oh,
back.
how they did with them going through the WWE headquarters and shit.
Yeah, I thought that was creative.
That was funny. Squirrel. What?
But I
Phone buzzing.
that's probably my phone. So I take it that was you. We kind of like went definitely sideways on Father's final thought. So you done with your final thought, right, Father?
Yeah, I'm done with my final thoughts. God damn it.
I'll take the blame for that going the way it did. I'll take the blame for that.
I don't know why
Shit.
your opinions always trigger me, but it do.
That's
It's
oh man. I'm gonna tell Q. I'm gonna just tell. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
you
Q.
gonna get on that ass too.
it's what I do. I piss people off. It's
Oh
what I
my
do.
god.
It's one of the few things in this world I'm good for.
Oh man.
I will say that with a straight face and give no fucks. It's one of the few things in this world I'm good for. Is pissing people off.
Okay, that's cool. In other news, why some people should not have Twitter. I want y'all. I just want to read this to y'all, and uh, I just want y'all to listen to this. Shrek is a story about how when you as a woman want to be around a man that is dirty and ugly, you become dirty and ugly too. Do better, queens.
Oof.
Um, um,
This is why.
do I
This is
wanna?
why.
I'm gonna leave that the fuck alone. Nope, 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 nope.
This is why people now they dragged her. Don't get me wrong, they dragged her on Twitter when she said that. Um, especially one dude. He said Shrek never hid the fact that he was an ogre. Fiona tried to hide it. Next, and,
Yeah, see,
and then one person said he rescued her from a dragon, made her his famous weed rat, and offered to make weed rat stew. Got her back from a midget who don't love her. Damn near got killed by a cat because her daddy put a hit out on him, and Shrek was about that life for her. He drank magic potions so he could be handsome for her parents' approval. Kidnapped by Prince Charming because his ass was late rescuing Fiona and tried killing him live on stage. Oh, it's more, but I won't tolerate Shrek slander on his.
I'm saying you're not gonna slander my boy Shrek.
Yo, that man went through a lot
Shrek
for that
was a
woman.
G. Shrek was a fucking G.
Oh,
Okay. Hold on, because my girl wants to know what's going on now because I mentioned Shrek and she like really likes Shrek. Repeat that tweet for me.
Shrek is a story about when you, as a woman,
nothing
want to
but
be around a man
nothing.
that is dirty and ugly. You become dirty and ugly too. Do better, queens.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat that to her. So someone tweeted Shrek is a story about how when a woman wants to be around a man who is dirty and ugly. We'll shorten it to Dudley. You become
Don't.
Dudley as well. Do better, queens. And it's just like someone clearly, basically someone clearly didn't watch the whole movie and see everything Shrek went through for the sake of Fiona. So you know,
I'm gonna find them.
there's just it's just one of those. That's why a second ago I was like, you know what? No,
Wait, where the fuck
it,
is
it,
this, yo?
it's honestly funny to me. It's funny to me. Again, someone clearly didn't watch the entire movie and didn't understand how Shrek literally bent over backwards for Fiona.
No, I'm pretty sure she watched the movie. Just a lot of people have weird takes about what they see. Sort of like you and your wrestling takes, but we sometimes it's just. I'm gonna just say this: some people should not have internet, nor less some people should not have you know Twitter. Also, shout out, and I know we talked about this earlier off the chat, but shout out to the brother that punched the racist clan member in the face and killed him. I
Shout out
talk,
to that one.
talk
I'm
free
not
that
this.
free
I'm
that
not
brother.
saying he
Talk
didn't
shit and get
deserve
it.
it. Just I hope they don't do what I think they're going to do to that man and put him under the fucking jail. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm
Look,
hoping I'm wrong about that scenario.
I don't think they're going to put him in the jail. I really don't. But then again, I mean, we got to look. Is someone calling someone a racial slur a hate crime for blacks? because if let's say if that guy was Asian and the whole COVID-19 bill just passed and all that other stuff, or about to get passed, if you say any like if you do or say anything about that, it's considered a hate crime. Why is this not considered a hate crime for what he did?
Because he black.
Oh, see, but the whole Asian and
But
COVID,
Go
whatever.
ahead.
I guess that's new, and they want to that in the bud or whatever, and they want to. When us is slavery and this, that, and the third from the early 1900s or X amount of years ago, X amount of hundreds of years ago, and we're supposed to get over it and blah, 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 and stop being crybabies and this, that, and third. But meanwhile, we're still being treated like shit out in these streets.
I don't
But,
even have to.
again,
Not,
I'm just gonna stop there because I've been drinking and I'm gonna end up going on a whole fucking rant if I go any further on that subject.
look, we don't even have to go back to slavery on that because some people it like
But
they will tell you
But see,
to
here's the thing though. Whenever you bring
no
up
no no no
racism
no
as a
hold on
thing,
hold on hold on. Let me finish.
listen. No, go ahead before I say what I'm about to say.
No, because I was gonna say if you're gonna tell someone to get over racism while you're doing racism in their face, it's just like it's like what is wrong with you? It's like that's the problem that I have with most people that are racist or racist to black people. You tell them to get over it, and yet they're doing something racist in your face. It's just like, and we're supposed. And the one thing, like we said, like I was
You
saying, is
you
I get
can't
sick and tired.
basically what you're saying is you can't tell us to get over racism when we're still fucking experiencing racism.
Yes, and even that is just I get sick and tired of seeing our people. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like I get sick and tired of seeing our people take the high road when I feel like they should literally just like dead them, like punch them dead in the face. Like we've had this conversations earlier on this podcast about where the old dude body slammed the old woman for calling him a racial slur, or like the old man at a Popeyes getting two piece and a biscuit because he was calling him a racist slur. I don't have a I
Exactly.
do I tell people all the time I don't have a problem with that. Talk shit, get hit. It's just like if it's the same way, and I always use this example. Is like if I go up to Mike Tyson and call him a bitch ass nigga and swing on him, and he whips my ass, y'all not gonna go to Mike Tyson's like, why'd you do that? Y'all gonna look at me as like you a fucking dumbass for going up
Yeah,
against
right.
your teacher.
Right. I was about to say, I'm going to look at you as like, what the fuck was you thinking? That is motherfucking Mike
It's
Tyson. And you're going to antagonize that man. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm going to laugh at you.
exactly my point. So when if you think black, and I'm just saying this, if you're a white person and you think black people are savages, and then you go up to them and then they do something savage to you, what do you expect? And I'm not even saying black people are savages, but if that's your mental fortitude that you think black people are savages, and then you go up to them and then they do something savage to you, that's your fault. It's just like, go ahead, say
It-
what you're gonna say, Dion.
See, it's just okay. I'm going to mention something that, on one hand, when I first heard this, it pissed me off. But at the same, it plays into what you're saying now. I was on TikTok about a week ago, and someone made the stupid analogy basically comparing men to bears, and they were talking about rape and sexual assault and things like that. Basically saying, if you approach a bear and how obviously the bear is going to attempt to do something to you, attack you or whatever, and you know this is why women are afraid of men because men are going to do X Y Z to a woman. On one hand, yeah, that pisses you off because it's like why you're really sitting here comparing men to a wild animal who is going to just act off their natural instincts if you're in their territory, if you're fucking with them in whatever capacity, you know, it's not the same. Not all guys are out to, rape and sexual assault you or whatever. But in terms of how this relates to black people, it's just, you know, the same. I'm thinking in the space of, okay, if you swear up and down, oh, all black people are, oh, we're violent, we're crazy, we're savages, this, that, and the third, why go out of your way to antagonize us? Why? Why put yourself in? If you're so concerned that we're these, off the wall violent individuals, why do or say something that is 9 times out of 10 going to get you fucked up? If you do or say that towards one of us, why? You know, as I said earlier when we spoke about this, that white dude deserves what the fuck he got. I'm not denying that. I'm not defending him. No, fuck him. I will blatantly say that. Fuck his racist cracker ass. Fuck him. But from the reality of what this country tends to do to black people in, situations like this, I want to put hands on them just because I would have been, and you can call me whatever you want for this, but I would have been too concerned about potentially, going to prison or whatever the fuck. I wouldn't have touched him. I would have just let him run his mouth and do whatever, and okay, and again, I'll speak from the standpoint of, okay, your words don't mean shit to me. You can say whatever you want. I'm not going to care. But the moment I see you attempt to actually bring some harm to me, then it's another story. I'm not responsible for what the fuck I do to you. I just, plain simple, I would have approached that a different way. I don't know. Okay, y'all came at me for whatever in the group chat, and I was upset earlier, but you know what? I'm gonna let it the fuck go. I'm in a good mood, primarily because of this liquor, but I'm in a good mood. But anyway, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't hit him. I'd let him run his mouth because at the end of the day, he's, what was he, 77 fucking years old? He's on death's door anyway. A year, 2 years, 3 years from now, that motherfucker ain't even gonna be fucking breathing. I'm not.
He ain't breathing now.
I know, but it was just like he ain't had no more than at max. He had 3 more years to live anyway. It's just I'm not gonna waste my energy on you. No.
The funny thing you say that, they say the same thing about Vince McMahon. And I keep telling people Vince McMahon gonna live until he's 100. But
I don't.
Not to bring it back to wrestling, but some people look. Like I told people,
laughing is because I've heard them statements of how Vince McMahon is immortal and this, that, and the third.
Now, look, I'm gonna just say it like this: I am the type of person I'd rather you talk it out than like swab it out. But sometimes you do got to beat a nigga ass. Like I tell people all the time. Sometimes there are times where you kind of gotta whip his ass. Like I tell people, I'd rather tell you not to fuck with me than show you not to fuck with me. Because if I have to show you why you shouldn't fuck with me, then
see, that's the thing with me. I will make an effort to walk away from whatever situation. I will make an active like, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there with you. I'm 7 off. The moment you do some next shit, okay, you force my hand. Now I gotta punch you in the throat.
I think he forced his hand when he called him. I think he forced his hand when he called him a racist slur. Look, man. Hey, some people just wake up and choose violence, and that man's not gonna wake up the next day. So,
I mean, sometimes we choose violence, and sometimes violence chooses us.
I remember I told Anthony because when that one time we was on the podcast, and I don't know if I could ever find it, but father was there when he yelled F that dude, that one dude. I don't want to say his name on here, but he basically said F that dude. And I told him, I said, look, man, I don't know how good your hands are, but if you're gonna be like that, you better be ready when that time comes. You might act like
The
now
fuck was that?
they never fought. He took his girl, but he never fought. But
Wow.
oh yeah, and I was petty. That was probably one of my pettiest moments. That man took his girl, and I played every song that requires a man taking his girl from I just fuck your bitch in some Gucci flip
Is
flops.
Mr. Stereo Girl? Sorry.
Uh,
You
was
made me
it
think of some songs. Is Mr. Stereo Girl?
huh?
You made me think of Trey Songs. Is Mr. Stereo Girl?
Oh, I played that too. I played Mrs. I played Mrs. Still Your Girl. It's back. I played I Love Your Girl.
The best food McDonald's Chick-fil-A.
And I did it right in his face. Now I don't know if he ever caught on or not, but like
It doesn't matter.
I was
It doesn't matter.
but I was definitely in petty mode today because we warned that brother. Me and father done warn that brother. If you don't treat her right, she's gonna go somewhere else. And she did. So the moral of the story is, fellas, treat your woman right because there are niggas like me that was gonna make you regret not treating you right. I'm that petty. But on that note, I would like to thank the panel for jumping on the cast again, and I'd like to thank everybody for listening to hear us talk our shit again. This is you know what? Let me just say podcast, and we signing out. Peace.
Yeah.